I got the 49ers. Sean Hill is 7-0 at home in his career. Also, look for the matchup of Patrick Willis versus Michael Turner. Patrick Willis, just going to sack him. It's over. 49ers.
Well, the 49ers have finally signed Michael Crabtree, but that won't make an impact this week. He's not even going to play, most likely. What I'm looking at is that the 49ers have the 28th ranked offense in the league right now. Frank Gore's out. Glenn Coffey hasn't shown much. Really, how they've won their games is getting a lot of points from the defense. I don't think that's going to happen this week. Matt Ryan has been looking great. The Falcons are getting Jarius Norwood back. I think the Falcons are going to dominate this one.
Definitely disagreeing with Marshall. Picking the 49ers for this game, and I think their defense might even pitch another shutout. I'll tell you why. Falcons' offense is underperforming horribly. Roddy White and Michael Turner have not lived up to expectations. If their team wants to do better, those two players have to step up. Their leading receiver is Tony Gonzalez. 13 receptions, 160 yards all season. Some people put that up in a game. It's not going to happen on Atlanta's offense, and I think the Niners' defense will carry them through again.
Well, I'm going to agree with Adam on this one. I think the 49ers take it, and it's because of that defense. That defense is scary. It is becoming one of the best defenses in the NFC, and it may be possibly the NFL. I look for them to just control the game. Last week, they shut out St. Louis. I know it's St. Louis, but they had a couple turnovers. They had touchdowns on defense. Just look for them to take it all the way.
All right, well, reading Adam agreed is a rare thing on this show, so definitely cherish that moment. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they disagree on this pick. We've got the Bengals and the Ravens for a battle of AFC North supremacy. I'm sure everyone expected the Ravens to be there, but the Bengals are a bit surprising. Reed, who are you going to go in this one?
This game, I'm taking the Ravens. Both teams are coming in with a 3-1 record, but I look for the Ravens to be more complete on both sides of the ball. I think they have a better offense and defense, and that doesn't bode well for Cincinnati.
In this game, I think Cincinnati's going to play a solid game. All their games have come down to the last minute. They've always had a chance to win. They're probably going to take another step towards ridding themselves with their Bungles nickname. However, I do believe that the Bengals will lose eventually because the Ravens are just a more physical team and they're out for blood after their loss to the Patriots last week.
I agree. I think the Ravens, they came off that last game still smarting. I mean, they're mad about the controversial penalties, that drop by Clayton right at the end. They want this one bad, especially because it's a AFC North rivalry here, and I think they're going to get it. The Bengals they've looked pretty good so far, but they had some areas where they're a little shaky. They allowed over 120 yards to Jamal Lewis's backup, and it took them into overtime to beat Cleveland. I really don't think they can stand up against the Ravens offense, which is tremendous this year. Ravens all the way.
In the Bengals' last game versus the Browns, Carson Palmer ran for 15 yards on a 4th and 11. That was the longest run of his career. I think he's going to break that this game, running from the Ravens' defense. Also, Cincinnati is 3-1 for the first time since '06. Guess what they finished that year? 8-8. Mediocrity. Also, Willis McGahee has scored a touchdown in his last 6 games. That pretty much seals the deal for the Ravens.
All right then, clean sweep for the Ravens there. Interesting thing I saw in Sports Today this week, the Denver Broncos on the cover. That's right, the Denver Broncos are 4-0. Yes, I believe Marshall picked them last week to win, but I think most people are surprised by that. They got rid of their quarterback. They've got an entirely revamped defense with, a few big names, such as Dawkins. I'm sure Marshall pointed that out, but mostly complete unknowns. And we've got Josh McDaniels, Belichick's former pupil, going against the Patriots. Zach, who do you think is going to come on top in this one, the mentor or the mentee?
The mentee, the young Padawan. McDaniels pulls it out. Denver has only allowed 26 points through the first 4 games. That is the 5th best all time, with various other defenses that are great. Look for Bailey versus Moss. Who's going to win that battle? Tom Brady can do stuff, but I think Champ Bailey holds him down. Denver.
Everyone was doubting Denver last week. They were all like, oh, they've only played bad teams. They can't possibly beat Dallas. Guess what? They did. I picked it, and I'm picking them again right here. Why? Because their defense is phenomenal. I don't know what Rishi's talking about with no-name players. Like he said, they've got Brian Dawkins. He's pretty good. They got Champ Bailey. He's pretty good. They've also got Elvis Dumervil, who's a linebacker now, and has 8 sacks to lead the league. I mean, the Patriots, yes, they're good, but Brady's been a little shaky. Can he hold up against this defense? I don't think so. I think they got lucky versus the Ravens. I think they're going to lose this game.
All right, well, Marshall's really excited about this one. And let me just say, I wouldn't consider the Cowboys a great team either. But let's get back to the matchup. Of course, McDaniels versus Belichick. Belichick probably has videos of Broncos practice. He probably has videos of Kyle Orton sleeping. He probably knows everything about their players, including how they lace their cleats, what flavor Gatorade each prefers, and how many gallons of water they sweat during an average 60-minute game, depending on altitude, of course. However, knowledge can only take you so far, and the Patriots' miserable ground game lost another, Fred Taylor. It's another injury that's taken out one of their key players. I just see the Broncos winning this game.
Now everyone's agreeing with me.
Wow, a lot of picks for the Broncos. I am not going to pick them. I am taking the Patriots. Broncos, I have to admit, are finally looking like a good team. 4-0, I can't deny it. But the Patriots are also a good team, and they also have probably the best coach in the NFL, who week in and week out comes prepared and will game plan for this team. He will control the ball, control everything, every aspect of the game, as he always does. And I'm looking for them to come out on top with Brady.
All right, as usual, I guess for this week's show, Reed is going against everybody else on the panel. But this week's games definitely look exciting, so tune in Sunday, and then tune back in next week to see how we performed. Thanks for watching Pick 6. For all the guys, I'm your host, Rishi Sadie.
Panther Sports Network.